You turn it up?
No, because it's going right to the phone. Doesn't need to be loud.
It's getting ready. It's getting ready. People are coming.
Are they? Who's there?
Who's there? Your big head is there.
Oh.
That is who's there.
Sorry.
Big giant head. Look at these figures. Thank you for coming. Sir Arnold is happy. Jesus, Mike, he's scary at the bloody stores. Oh my God. Sweet. Yes. Ryan, Dave, what up? Jacob. Amber.
Oh.
Amber. Ryan.
Hi, Amber.
Let's go. It is going to get strange. We have crazy stuff.
And you turn that sound off when you want it off.
Who's ready? Thank you for coming.
Godspeed.
Godspeed to everyone. Arnold is excited tonight. We got some really cool people. That's why Arnold put the really cool head on. That is what Arnold would do. Really cool heads for really cool people. They have really cool stuff, and I love it. There you go. Can anyone guess what theme music this is? What Arnold movie is this from? Tell me. Tell me. You know if you've seen the Arnold movies. 80s. It was made in the 80s. It was made in the 80s. Richard, what is up? Walter! I say hello to you, Walter! Walter! Yes, Walter. You love it, don't you? Melissa, what is up?
David said Total Recall. Oh, Ozzy.
Not Total Recall. Not Total Recall, but it's a close one to that. Oh, David! Carbuca! Running Man! Yes! That's the Running Man! What was the I'm trying to think of the one-liner in that movie. I'll get you, Killian! I'll kill you! I'm going to break your damn spine! Oh, yeah, that's good. Conan, yeah, who's Conan? We did Conan a couple weeks ago. We did. We're playing around, we're mixing around, trying to fix up some stuff.
So who got Running Man?
David, whoop, they're going by. They're going by quick here. David got it. That was great. David was clutch there. David did.
Nice.
Came in clutch. And then look, we got Jimmy with the Running Man, Jimmy Myers. What up, Jimmy?
Who else we got on the feed?
I see Big Greg. Big Greg is like,
The Half Giant.
he's like 2 or 3 of these at least. I would say 3. He's at least 3 of these swords.
And we are glad Greg's out of the hospital, man.
Yes, Greg. Glad to see you back. Playing with your figures.
I don't own the rights to this music.
Oh yes, and I don't own the rights. You know we don't own the rights to any of this crap. You think we have money? We have no money. But when we do have money, it's to buy mythics. That is where we at. Yes, people, yes.
Okay, so we have Ish in the house. We have David. We have Humberto. Nice. Jacob. Ryan K. and do we know Ryan Anthony? I think
we do.
Yeah, Ryan's in the house.
Speaking of, we got the pleasure of meeting Jimmy Myers too.
We got Jimmy Myers in the
Yeah,
house.
we got to meet Jimmy at one of our local, well, not local, it was like 50 minutes from me and 50 minutes from Jimmy.
Justin. We got Vernon. What's up,
Vernon?
Vernon?
But yeah, we went to a toy show, meetup,
Richard.
local toy group.
Curtis Ackerman.
Yeah, what up, Curtis?
Nice.
Yes, Arnold is looking good tonight. Don't mind this name. I don't know who Brad is. Don't know who Bradamon is. But yes, oh yeah, and tonight is, we're gonna, I guess the night for, last time for ordering shirts. So if you guys want a shirt, give us a call. Executive producer's gonna hook us up. And,
this is, guys, this is the new fad. The new fad. And we're not talking about here in Ohio. We're not talking about New Jersey. We're talking about the whole world.
Yes.
Pretty soon, everybody is going to have a Legion's Lair shirt.
Yes, because they're all going to be on the show. That is how long it's going to run. Ever and ever and ever.
They'll be at the malls. What are those stores at the malls? Like the Buckle. They'll be hanging up at the Buckles, TJ Maxx, and all that stuff.
We won't. Never. I'll never sell out the Buckle. Damn you, I'll never sell out the Buckle.
But they won't have Buckle prices.
They won't. Oh my God, Melissa says, oh my God, the Buckle. Noah Pratt, yes, that is my dude. What is up? Anyone going to Zolo this weekend? Man, we wish we were.
Part of our news, man.
Yeah, we're gonna
go
talk.
to ZoloCon.
Yeah, we want to go.
There is a convention this weekend, guys. ZoloCon. It is, let's see here, I got it written down, March 5th and 6th, so it's this coming weekend. The Four Horsemen Studios, they will be there with figures to sell, and you guys can meet Four Horsemen Studios. A lot of the guys from the studios going to be there, and if you guys never got to meet the guys before,
good dudes.
They're phenomenal. You want to go out, get to that con, meet them, buy some figures, man.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been to ZoloCon. Have you?
I haven't. But I'll tell you what, nothing was more rewarding when you're standing in line for forever, and then you finally get up there, and there's actually the horsemen there. And Jim cashed me out. Isn't that awesome?
Jim saved me money because I handed them too much money. I'm so excited.
What was it, 50?
No, I handed him like $100 too much.
I thought it was, okay, 100. So, it's a true story. I was standing right next to him because you were in front of me, and I was getting ready to cash out, and Jim had already, you gave Jim the money, and he went back to count it again and goes...
And he handed me the money back.
Yeah,
That's what kind of people the horsemen are.
That was awesome.
And you know what? I wouldn't even have cared. The figures are worth an extra 100.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, man.
What else you got?
You guys only have what? We're about the 6th. I think the 6th is when the Red Krampus is
Red
up.
Krampus.
Yeah, the 6th of March. So
Krampuses.
get your Krampuses from the retailers, man. Even if it's just one, grab one. You won't have any regrets. What do you think about the Red Krampus?
I like it. I think it's a great, like I said, next year come out with a blue one. I don't know.
I think the Christmas theme on it, I
It's
actually
great.
like it better
Green
than
one?
the black one. I think the details,
Really?
yeah, I do. So,
Oh, that's cool. I respect that. I respect that.
yeah.
Hells yeah. What else you got?
Well, we have probably the biggest tied with the biggest news of the evening. We have Jeremy Gerard got a new position. He quit his job to take a new position with Four Horsemen Studios.
That's awesome.
And his official position name is, he is now the Director of Sales and Marketing with Four Horsemen Studios. So a big shout out.
And we knight thee
to Jeremy Gerard on the new job.
Because you did good.
Congratulations. It is well deserved. He has done so much for the community. Good job, buddy.
Good job,
And
Jeremy.
we wish you the best of luck at the studio, my friend. One thing I was talking to Brad about real quick is Jeremy, part-time, did so much for the community. When I got into Legions, there wasn't Source Horseman. I got in like a month before Source Horseman, and I was lost. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
how do I find out about this stuff? He put up the site, and not only did he put up the site, he made it thrive. So now we take it for granted.
Whoa,
It's
oh my
so
God.
easy to learn about legions.
There's people that think I know so much, but I go literally all I do. They ask me a question, and I go immediately go to Source Horseman. All I have to do is hit S and O in my search, and it immediately pops up.
So thanks, Jeremy. We wish you the best on your new job, your new employment.
Jeremy.
Okay, now there's something coming up tomorrow. That
What?
would be something called All Stars 5.
What?
All Stars 5. You haven't heard about that?
What?
Did you hear about All Stars 4?
I did. Yeah, it's all right, you know.
So All Stars 5 is dropping sometime tomorrow. There's 10 slots left to open up. So I made a little post today on the Cabal. Jeremy answered, and he said that the rest would be revealed, if I read it correctly, when it goes up, when polling goes up.
Huh.
So I don't think we're going to see the rest until right before polling tomorrow. So
Well
sometime
then,
tomorrow.
Michael, maybe that's a good time.
Suspense. Learn to be patient.
This is a good time to say that there's somebody who's been
Campaigning. Yes, Michael, campaigning.
For who?
For who? I just want to give a shout out to a certain member of the Cabal, Colin Culp. Yes, you know what I'm talking about, baby. You know what we're gonna get. The Blue Hagnon. That's what I'm campaigning for, Daniel. Blue Hagnon. If you haven't had Blue Hagnon, you want Blue Hagnon, you're gonna get Blue Hagnon. And what's crazy, it looks just like the other one, but then when it glows, it's going to be blue, Daniel. Think of the possibilities.
That's all. Wait a minute. Okay, that's
Okay, Blue Hagnon would be cool, but I'm a big advocate for pre-Advent of Decay figures.
Oh, Mike, that's a good point.
I want the big early boys.
Yes, don't get me wrong. There's 43 figures in Advent of Decay, and there are a few that are very worthy. But have they really come to a boil yet? Have they really? Have they?
We say no.
Because you know what? If you like your noodles al dente, then damn it, go for our freaking Advent of Decay. But if you like them, a little soft and chewy, then you're going to want to vote for Wave 1.0 figures. Vote for 1.0 figures.
So
What did we figure out? There was, 9 figures that aren't Legion builders? So
we still have 9 figures from the 1.0 wave that haven't been All-Stars that are named figures.
yes.
And you can...
And you can go to Source Horseman and go
in
and
there.
look it up. Yeah. Yeah.
Urku's included in there
Yeah.
because he's a named figure, even though it's a group of
It is.
them.
So-
So
They're gonna come, people. You're gonna get your Advent of Decay. They were here. When I came in. I was take Advent of Decay, and I've been in Advent of Decay hell before. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about.
the Exodus sale is what he's talking
Yeah,
about. And he made the mistake and didn't buy many figures.
I bought Advent of Decay figures, and I'm glad I did because they were great prices. Because right after that, Big Bad, they started going.
Now,
But no, you do what you want to do.
absolutely.
I'm just saying. I would probably go for the older figures, and then eventually those other figures are going to come as well. You're going to get Brother Mandibulus. You're going to get those ones eventually. You know what I mean? King Bromden. Those are going to come. Those are great figures. They're coming.
So
they're
basically,
they're right there. They're simmering. They're boiling. But I mean, how could you vote for King when there's still Ford and
I know. I don't get it, but
Palmyr and stuff.
you know what?
But whatever.
To each his own.
Yeah, we love it.
I'm saying he's saying Hagnon. I'm saying pre-Advent of Decay voting, and that includes Coliseum, but you ultimately do what makes you happy, my friend.
I would think anyone who has the collection, because I'm not the only one that has it. There's other people that have the collection. I'm thinking if you have the collection, this is a new figure. This is a figure that we don't have. It's not like we've seen it before, but it's new. You know what I mean? So I go, to me, I want a new figure. So to me, that's how I look at it. And I'm a sucker for glow in the dark, so that's just the way it is.
Did you get anything the last 2 weeks since we met
last time we talked, I think I did say that Rod Martin hooked a brother up with my last Scarabus, Horos. I posted on the Cabal. Great dude, great price, appreciated. Scarabus hunting is done. So I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
Nice.
So I guess
you can take it easy, maybe? Give your
maybe,
wallet a break?
Maybe. I mean, I looked at some of the Seventh Kingdom. In fact, I tried to buy figures from Cornboy the other night. He was up late. He was toasting the fire, stoking the fire, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, Cornboy just put a post of some Seventh Kingdom figures that he just pulled out of the closet. And I immediately messaged him, and obviously somebody got some Seventh Kingdom cats that I wanted. And it's all right. It's cool. I'm glad they went to a good home. But Cornboy immediately messaged me back. What a good dude. I appreciate it. And but yeah, maybe we'll look into some Seventh Kingdom stuff. I don't know. Let's see. What'd you get?
I got in the mail from Struck Family Crafts.
Ooh, good one.
My Necromancer robes.
Oh.
That I bought at Legion's.
I was about to say, I was there.
And let me tell you, they're beautiful. So shout out to Struck Family Crafts. It is beautiful. We're going to try to bring those on the show and all that
we'll
coming up here.
Yeah.
I just I didn't have time to get that ready.
Yeah, no.
Also, I purchased, if you guys are in the Cabal, which obviously you are, being on this, Nate Strong had a picture of Nathog the Strong.
Yeah.
Okay, and in that photo, beautiful photo, shout out to Nate, beautiful photo. In that photo, there's a campfire in it. I purchased that, guys, and that was from fellow Caballer. It is from John Davis, and John Davis was selling those. He only had so much he was going to sell. He makes them, and then he sells more.
Gotcha.
So I was lucky enough to get in on that. So I can't wait. It has a little LED light.
That's awesome. Dude, that picture was great.
It's badass.
If you haven't seen it,
absolutely,
go to
man.
Nate Strong.
So shout out. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get that in, John. Hey, who do we have on tonight? What do we got here? What do we got going on?
Tonight we have some really cool dudes. Really cool dudes.
And these dudes, we met them at Intern for the Day. We got to see, and it was funny. It was one of them things where I think one of the other members talked about it that we had on. We didn't know these people's skills. You know, I mean, you're talking to them, and they're saying they're coming to Legion's Con and they have a table, but we really didn't know what to expect. And my mouth actually dropped when we got to Immortal Collections, because it was absolutely blew me away with some of the stuff they created.
Their table at Legion's Con was second to. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
all the tables were phenomenal.
Yes.
Their table was really phenomenal.
And I think it was a little surprising because we met them. And then to find out that they literally, we're in Ohio, these people live just a couple miles down the street. So we actually are blessed and actually got the opportunity. Carlo actually dropped this stuff off literally an hour before the show. So we actually have the opportunity to actually get to see the stuff that we're going to review and actually look at what Carlo has done here. Sculpting and painting and whatnot. We're going to figure out who does what and all that. And Michael, what are you doing? Are you getting it done? Jesus.
Yeah, you're doing a good job talking, brother. I'm trying to.
I couldn't see. Could you guys see? Oh my God! All right, they're coming. Coming. There they are. Yeah.
Hey. Can you guys hear us?
Oh yeah, we can hear you, dude.
All right, cool.
Just admiring some of your stuff over here.
Thank you.
We put the one piece in the middle. You're gonna have to talk about that here in a little bit. But man, this stuff is amazing. I'm blown away. This box, you should have seen this box we got. I didn't tell my wife that anybody was coming. I didn't see his message, so I was playing with G.I. Joes. I got sad.
Right. She came to the door looking like, who's this bearded guy with a box sitting outside my door? And I said, hi, I have toys. for Brad.
Yeah, I have toys for Brad. And these are amazing. They really are. So, dude, yeah, and like I said, dude, it's so awesome to actually show up to intern for the day and be like, I think we said Akron. You were like, what did you say? You're from
It's like, well, we're from there.
So we best friends now?
You just come best friends? Yes.
Well, I guess that leads into the first question, guys, for each of you. What did you guys, what was your take on Mythic Weekend? Because you guys were there the whole kit and caboodle, all 4 days.
So, Mythic Weekend for us was a pretty fantastic experience, honestly. Also, somewhat of a hectic one, but
yeah, it would have been a lot easier just to go and enjoy it. We were in the hotel. I think everybody heard that we were painting stuff all weekend long to get ready for the thing.
yeah,
so.
we even missed like the first day of ToyCon because we were just sitting in our hotel room painting all day.
So this year we're going to have everything finished hopefully.
Yeah.
Beforehand. But as far as Mythic Weekend goes, like that was like Christmas for me, you know. I've been just to go to the studio and meet the guys and the painters and all that.
Being able to talk to Eric Treadaway, you know, and just everyone else at the studio was awesome, you know. Very I guess educational experience, you know. We took it as like, you know, just this is the experience, you know.
Like we went there to like learn secrets, in and outs, and things like that. We weren't disappointed at all.
Yeah,
no. I would have just went as a fan anyway. But
oh yeah, of course.
The fact that you know it was actually between backing Cosmic or backing the intern for a day because our finances. And I said, you know, we have to try to get to the studio first. I said, we'll be around back Cosmic. We can get it off Legion Shop or we can get it off of one of the other ones. But we definitely wanted to make it to intern for a day.
Yeah, that was like priority number one for us.
So was that so? So you guys didn't do the actual intern for the day for the War of Ether Blade?
Yeah, we did. We backed. Yeah, so we backed it during the second campaign, not the first one they had, and we were able to back intern at the last minute, actually, from the sales that we got from Legion Shop.
Yeah, we actually didn't even know if like it had gone through, like if we had gotten the intern for a day.
After the campaign was over, we backed a couple figures in the game first, and then when at the end it was like, would you like to add anything onto your order? And we were like, yeah. We got paid
for a day
from Legion Shop, so we're like, there we go. So that's how we got there. But as far as the rest of the weekend, yeah, meeting them, all the fans, like I told Tristen, I said, these guys are all like me. And then he's like, yeah, they're eerily similar to you. So yeah, it was a great experience. And watching everybody else custom, I mean, you know, we have our stuff, but I'm fans of Nikki and you know, we went to New Jersey Toy Con last April.
Yeah, I think it was
whatever
April.
The spring one was last year, and I saw everybody's paint jobs, and like that inspired me. Okay. And then when Jeremy told us, you know, hey, we're gonna do this thing at the end of the year again, except for it's gonna be all Mythic stuff. I'm like, okay, you know, time to get going.
Right.
So.
Just went nonstop for months, just trying to get stuff together for that event, you know.
And also seeing all the other 3D printers there, you know.
Oh yeah, like meeting Anthony from Noble Bear, like he's a great guy, you know.
The Strups were right next to them. We got one of those Necromancer robes also, so yeah, we like that a lot.
Yeah.
So.
But other than that, I mean, the actual event itself was pretty nerve-wracking for us. Like, at least for me, because it was like my first time actually like presenting at a convention, you know, and so I wanted to make a good first impression. Which I hope I did.
Impression. It was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely hitting some home runs there.
One thing that I remember about your table the most is our Belphegor from Intern for a Day. We received a Belphegor bust that me and him refused to paint because, frankly,
Right.
we stuck at it.
Poor pansies.
And we didn't
Wait,
want to ruin it. But you guys spent that Saturday painting that up, and I believe you put it on an ogre body.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah, we put it on one of our Oni bodies that we had a spare of, you know.
wow, that was amazing,
Yeah.
and I think that was one of the. I mean, there was a ton of highlights.
I think
But
that's
yeah.
what out. That's what made my jaw drop, because when I came around the corner, I recognized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recognize this. I'm going. I know what it is, but I recognize this. I'm like,
It's like it was just it didn't register at first because it's so big, you know.
where other people walking by probably knew what it was, but I think it meant a little more to us because
we were there.
we were there.
Right.
I was like,
Right.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the fact that it was like a last minute decision. I mean, I think he just started doing it without like really telling anybody. I was like, "Are you painting that body for Belphegor?" And he's like, hey, "Oh yeah." He's like, "This is gonna be our big surprise at the convention." You know, so that was a really nice, I guess, just last minute decision on our part.
We still kept the bust here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
And we have the body, but he's been having a bit of trouble staying together.
well, I just sat on him actually. We added some wings to him, and we were organizing stuff to get set up.
We were trying to set up to make our presentation, I guess, a little bit better. Like I had set up the stream on my computer monitor and everything, but I was like, I don't know if I can share like the stream on my computer, because I was like looking for a share button and it wasn't there. But while I was doing that, he sat down on my bed, which I had moved Belphegor on to like move everything around, and he just sat right on him.
Sat on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I can still get him, but he's in pieces, is what I would say. So, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. I mean, we could show him to you, but he's seen better days. Yeah, we had actually gotten one of the Goliath like NECA figures, and we had taken one of his wings and like put him on him, right?
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
And when he sat on him, it snapped one of the wings at the peg.
So the peg.
So
yeah, he's a one-wing Belphegor at the moment, you know.
I mean, it's still cool, you know.
Oh yeah, he'll fix them.
Hey guys, he has a little battle again.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He took a wing. So yeah, the story behind this guy, just real quick, was for anybody that didn't get the full story. We got that bust that I showed first at Mythic Weekend, and I'm sitting there in the hotel room, and this torso and a couple of these other pieces we were going to have for sale as a kit at our table. So we sold a couple kits, which were the torsos, one of our heads.
Yeah, so some of the rubber waist pieces that we had like debuted there.
Yeah, so and then I'm just sitting there, and I'm sitting there holding this thing in my hand, deciding what I want to do with it, and I noticed it's the same size as the bust that was on Belphegor here. So I said, "Hey, these are the same size," and Tristan's like, "Yeah, they are. Look at that." So I ran right in the hotel bathroom and broke out my paints and painted the rest of the guy purple.
Oh yeah, that's something that we forgot to mention. Like most of the painting was done in the hotel's bathroom.
Yeah, you told us, but everybody else doesn't know.
Yeah, so then my wife's like, "You can't do this. You're gonna get paint on stuff." and we're not going to get our deposit back. So like, it wasn't just like high stress, get it done. It's high stress, get it done, and don't spill any, red paint in the drain or whatever. So, so I'm gonna put him down now before he falls apart.
Yeah.
Again.
Well, appreciate your sacrifice to make such glorious stuff for us there.
Well, I heard stories about everybody going to dinners and toy hunts and things like that. And it was like,
we definitely missed you there, but wow, on Sunday it was like, holy, so
Yeah.
what you've been doing.
Hopefully this year we'll have a little bit more time to hang out with everybody a bit more.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
and part of it was we didn't know too many people in the community because he was on the Cabal before me, and I was just looking at posts and stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, he actually had sent like a few invites to the Cabal, but for whatever reason, like for like months, like it just wasn't letting him in, so.
That's because he had to.
Yeah.
I think I've seen Walter. I think I've seen him at the con. I said, "Hey man, I can't get into the Cabal, man."
he's tried.
You put in a good word for me. So I'm in now, obviously. So that's great.
That's awesome.
Well, how did you guys meet? What is your guys' backstory?
Wow, that is a long backstory.
It's real easy. I met his mom, and I married her, and then he came
my dad.
He came along with the process there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I got him. I was his stepdad. Probably like 9. I dated his mom for like 2 years.
I think it was like 8 or 9 when you guys got married.
Yeah. He was my best man in my wedding.
Yeah.
So there we go.
And I was about to say, I thought you guys were best friends. I was like, I just thought you guys were best friends.
I mean, that really is like, the amazing thing. It's like you hear about a lot of different.
I feel like I should say hello. Hello.
Yeah, she introduced us.
I'm the link between.
Oh, you got.
Well, I thought maybe they could be related, but then I was like, well, if they're not related, they're definitely like
right. Well, and that was kind of the amazing thing because a lot of stepkids and stepdads like don't get along very well, but like he was like my best friend like right from the beginning, and he is what inspired me to even like go into the art field. He went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh. And like when he told me that, and when I knew that, it's like at 7 years old, that was immediately I knew what I wanted to do. So
when I met them, I was trying to get into video games, and I got a degree in games making and things like that. And I was sculpting characters in the computer, but it wasn't like we do today. It was called box modeling. It was these little points on the model, and you moved them around and eventually made your thing. And he watched me doing that, and he says, "That's cool. Can I try?" So like I've had him actually on the computer at like 2nd or 3rd grade,
making things, and he got me, into drawing. I started drawing, he started showing me how to do things. And it really just progressed to like the point where I graduated high school. I went to the same school he did because that was literally the only place I ever wanted to go, and spent my time there pretty much. I feel like was ahead of the curve from a lot of people.
That's cool.
But I still learned a lot. Graduated. I came back home. He pretty much gave me like room and board and was like, instead of getting a real job, how about you just sit up in my in my 2nd floor and make stuff for me all day. And
yeah, so that's kind of how it happened. But he also got a job he had a degree in computer modeling, basically. So he's a character artist. And he kind of pivoted from wanting to do the video games into some other stuff. So he tried to go into making mini models.
Yeah, I tried doing like D&D miniatures.
And he did that for a year, but it wasn't getting much traction. That market's like oversaturated. There's a lot of companies.
There's a lot of people doing it.
And a lot of companies doing well. So it's like he did that for a year, and then the whole time I bought a 3D printer because I wanted to start making toys. So I'm kind of like the toy fanatic. I had to like bring him over to
honestly
to my side, I guess.
I'm not gonna lie, like aside from the Todd McFarlane like Spawn Staction figures, which I grew up with because he had a few of them, and I loved those. Aside from those though, like I wasn't like super huge into like toy collecting. I like collecting a couple like different things, but it was more just like the things that I was interested. Carlo, can you run and grab the charger real quick? Because my phone's about to die.
I just said it's about to die, so hold on one second.
One of Mike's questions: if you probably collected or what got you collecting? You collected.
Honestly, like I wasn't really the biggest collector. Like Carlo, he's the big collector. He collected like the Marvel Legends figures, the Star Wars figures, and all those. He started collecting He-Man and everything. But it wasn't until I saw Archimedes. I saw a Dork Lair video. It was like a review he did of Archimedes, and when I saw that, I was like, "What is that?" I was like, that's awesome, And up until that point, I had been very kind of against like modeling articulated figures because I was like, it just seems like a headache, a hassle. Having to try and figure out articulation and everything. But when I saw that Archimedes figure, I was like, all right, let's do that, and we started with the heads and everything. It was
which is now no longer an Archimedes figure.
Yeah.
we got him like a day, and I ripped him apart. I can't get him out of the package for more than like 5 minutes
without just ripping him apart.
Taking him apart. If you guys feel that cow roast down there on your table, he's loose because he's been popped apart probably 1,000 times. We popped him apart. We've measured the joints. We've measured, all the different parts on him, and that's actually the first pieces we sculpted for Mythic Legions. Yeah. So that torso he had was one of his mini models that we scaled up and put a little bit more detail in, so it would show up. Yeah. And that was my first quick paint job on a face, because I was all about the sculpting, but I really wasn't. I didn't really understand how to paint little figures. So.
Yeah, it took a bit of practice,
That's good. I like that face. That face is awesome.
Yeah, but that face was actually modified a little bit and sold on Legion Shop as well. I think that might still be in there, but it's definitely on the last call if that's...
and I liked the idea of modeling like singular pieces, instead of like full figures all the time, because there was so much to think about, when it came to just modeling like a whole piece. And it took a lot of time, when I was doing the miniatures, I'd make like a new miniature maybe like once every like couple months, because that's just how much time it took to just plan the figure, but like, I guess breaking it up and just doing like a single head or a torso, or even just like an armor piece, it was a lot easier, and I was able to do it a lot faster.
It's like biting little chunks off the.
Yeah, and honestly, it was kind of a bit of a breath of fresh air for me after doing the miniatures. So it all just kind of worked out.
So
obviously working on the bigger canvas is that in general easier or harder? If you have a bigger piece.
It's definitely a lot easier.
Like a bigger scope, like item, like so. Before he went over to to the Legions, he was doing full sculpture. So we're talking about a full piece. This is about Legion size, but he did every single piece.
Yeah, this is a fully realized figure. It took me about 3 months to concept. It took me an entire month to model and a couple of weeks to paint. You know, so this was kind of my passion project a little bit. My like I want to do sideshow quality figures. You know, and
Beautiful.
this was just as I was doing the miniatures, that was just something that like I felt like I needed to get out, you know.
So a neat thing about that piece though, like with all the pieces, we look at it like individual pieces. So this is the head that he sculpted here. Now we've started using rubber-like resin. The waist pieces that's on some of those figures there are rubber-like resin. So before, where we would be afraid to print something up like that because it would snap like a lot of the teeth and horns do. If anybody, obviously everybody here knows that the customizing pieces, you drop them, you might lose a tooth or a horn. That's happened to some of our Oni figures. I don't know if you have any there, but yeah, we're losing horns. So we decided to switch to this rubber resin.
This one here might have a missing horn, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they've taken some spills. Those are the regular hard resin. Now we can use ABS-like resin or the rubber. The rubber's more expensive, but what we're going to try to do going forward, the green Oni that you guys have there, I don't know if he's there. You can actually squeeze his horns, and you can see how pliable they are. Go ahead and squeeze his horns at the top there. And you can feel the give it has there. So that survived falls a lot better than the other stuff. So yeah, it's more expensive, but I think that's the way we're going to lean towards a lot of our stuff.
This is incredible.
I know.
Can you guys before we dive into the figures, can you guys let us know how you guys basically started Immortal Collections? How you guys came up with the idea, how you guys decided to start it.
So, with the business, he always wanted to go into like just get all of us together in the family and just like
to do something.
Yeah, start something.
Because we all have our own projects. So I was off thinking about starting a comic book or a video game. I was actually doing virtual reality stuff. Tristen was kind of doing similar things. Then he decided he wanted to sculpt the minis, and my wife makes dolls. She makes handmade cloth dolls. And I keep telling everybody, I said, we all have to focus on one thing because
and that one thing ended up just being Immortal Collections, which, funny enough, you know, the idea, the name Immortal Collections, we actually just kind of threw a bunch of different
fantasy type words,
words in a hat and picked out which ones we thought was best.
Well, we went through Google and we just kept on searching. I'm like, oh nope, that one's taken.
Yeah, we put like an entire list of like over 100 different fantasy words that we could throw together, and Immortal Collections was what we thought sounded the best.
Yeah,
but
family.
That is unique, man. That's awesome.
And my wife, it took her a bit to get on board until Mythic Weekend. When she went there, she says, "Oh, now I get it." Because up until that time, she was saying, "Hey, Carlo, I'm starting dinner. Get your toys off the table." And I said, It's my canvas, honey. I said, I scoot him to the edge of the table, or off to the side corner. And then after dinner came, I put the toys back on the table. But I make quite the mess. Like I told Brad when I came, I said most of our figures are all in pieces. I said I know everybody likes to give room tours and stuff. We probably have maybe 10 figures that are actually together currently.
Yeah.
So, but that's how it started. And after Mythic Weekend, she says, "Okay, I'm on board." And as you can see, the pants that all those things are wearing, she sewed all those up.
Gosh, they're gorgeous. So those are from her.
Yeah, she.
I'm gonna show.
Yeah. I actually went to like Joanne Fabrics with her a couple times to like pick out the right materials and fabrics.
Now we were told this one's special.
Yeah, that's our new thing, our newest piece that we have put together. It's actually the head is the new piece. The other pieces have been available. First of all, the head, I'll let Tristen tell you about the Tengu.
Yeah, so that's pretty much our newest piece that we're going to be putting out soon. There'll be actually 2 different versions. That's the first version. The other one will actually have just like a bird's beak. And you know, I'm a huge fan of Japanese mythology, as I'm sure you can obviously see. And you know, I thought that this particular myth, the Tengu, was really interesting, just honestly because of his long nose.
I didn't like it because I said, how are you going to make this long nose look cool, you know? And there's a couple different versions of it with like a big baldy end of the nose.
Yeah, like a lot of the times his nose like kind of like it is like very rounded and kind of bubbly, you know? So it's kind of hard to make it look totally how I wanted it, but I think it came out really nice.
Oh, I missed it. I went back. That was awesome. Hold on, let me go back here.
So,
oh, he said it looks like Snag's Japanese Fury Orc uncle.
Yeah, the only piece that isn't either ours or Mythic Legion's on that is that vest, and we will actually end up sculpting a vest for him. But that was just like a scorpion vest from one of the
like MK11 toys.
But yeah, we're excited about that piece. We didn't know whether or not we were going to make it ogre size or 1.0, but the 1.0 stuff seems to move a little bit better.
Also, that head itself is also made from the rubber resin.
Yeah, because I told him, I said, I don't want that nose snapping off.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty bad for that character if he loses his distinguishing feature.
Yeah.
So you guys said Carlo, your wife, Tristen, your mom, she does the soft goods. So what are your guys' specific jobs with Immortal?
I ride him very hard and force him to make the things I want him to make.
And he also provides me an outlet to make the things that I want to make.
No, actually, we both sculpt. So right.
But he does most of the paint work. I mean, we all kind of have a hand in the painting, but he's pretty much the lead when it comes to painting. I do most of the modeling just because he doesn't really have a whole lot of time to do all of that.
Yeah, so, my job, I'm out of the house for probably about 90 hours a week. So when I come home, it's like all I have time to do is paint because we got all these things that go out.
And literally, I have all the time in the world to model.
Yeah. So the one sculpture, the ice troll head that I gave you guys there, or the stone troll, whatever one that is. Yeah, that's one I sculpted maybe like 6 months ago. So like once every 6.
I really love that one.
Thanks. That's one.
Legion's Con, if I do remember, both these were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I can sculpt. I just don't really have a lot of time to get to it. So there will be parts where we kind of both work on. I think the original Goblin heads that we did for Legion Shop, I started out at base for it, and then he saw a couple different characters that he could go with that. So then he actually turned them into something almost completely different than what I initially sculpted. But even with a lot of work that he does with Jeremy at Legion Shop, we kind of bounce it back and forth. Like, what do we think we need to do with this character?
And sometimes it's like there are some days where I literally just have like no inspiration, and I don't know what to make. So sometimes I'll just take one of his heads that he put together and just turn it into something.
Yeah, but a lot of these armor pieces that we have here too, it's like we don't have anything to do. Let's just make another shin piece or something like that, and that's how all these things are coming together.
So this is a Omni head, unpainted. Oni, or the Oni head, unpainted.
Yeah.
This thing here looks awesome.
Yeah, that's the Raijin head. That's the same head that is on the green Oni and actually the brown, the Equidron base body.
Okay, yeah, this one here as well, yeah.
Oh, that is sweet.
Yeah.
So basically, this head is this head painted.
Yes.
Right.
And another thing that printing them out in the rubber gives us the opportunity to do is make the balls inside the head like
pop fit,
pressure fit. You know.
So the black one you have is the rubber head. That if you just heat that up real light with the blow dryer, you pop that right on the head. It won't fall off.
And you can articulate.
Unlike that brown and orange head there. We had to kind of goof it up on the inside, just to get it to stick on.
He has the forest troll. I'm assuming he means the one that just came up on Legion Shop, the forest troll head.
Yeah. This is the forest troll here.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, Carlo, your paint job on these, unbelievable. The mouth looks wet. The mouth, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
The teeth, if you guys could see this, like the teeth on this ice troll head, it's amazing.
I wish I could get. I think you guys can see the shine on the mouth there.
Now you should
that's
too as well. These things
just incredible.
Should go right on.
Oh yeah, they pop right on. Pop right on.
Yeah.
What I did is I shave them out with a razor blade. Actually, at Legion's Con, I'm sitting there with the ice troll heads, and I took a razor blade. I'm sitting in the car shaving out the inside because I said, "Oh no, I forgot to make sure these fit these troll bodies."
Yeah, it's sometimes when you're measuring them out before you print them, it doesn't always come up super accurate. So.
Yeah, sometimes there's modifications, and a lot of people, they don't really know what to do, but we've been doing it a while, so the heating in the parts help them pop on sometimes. Those heads are actually a material called Tenacious from Soraya Tech. We mixed it with another couple, so that actually can heat up and expand a little bit.
I feel it definitely is like movable.
Well,
Dude,
that stuff, that
awesome.
Is this a different one?
Or did you show that?
I think we should. Yeah, we showed this one, but it's incredible.
That's another new piece. We didn't actually get that painted tonight, but that's Tristan's new sculpt. This is
amazing.
I don't know if I can exactly call it new because I sculpted it kind of a while ago and forgot about it.
He kept on forgetting to print it up. I said, "Have you sculpted that demon with the face cover on it?" And he said,
"No,
no, I keep forgetting about it." I said, "Well, stop forgetting about it and print it up."
Well, I mean, we were so preoccupied with the Onis that it just kind of got away from me.
Yeah.
You have so much detail in this, Tristan. When you throw paint on this, it is just gonna pop. I mean, everything's just gonna explode out of it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Setting on there. I just see what's setting on there. I just
Which one's that? Yeah. Yeah, that's all you got to do, and you got an Oni. That's that's
Man,
canon
dude,
now,
that
right?
looks- that's fire, man. That looks badass. Guys, you guys need an Oni head to put on Sir Gerard. This is badass. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Now, before I forget to ask, as we go through these figures, can we get your product, guys? Do you guys have a website? Do you sell any other place?
Yeah, so you can get our stuff on Legion Shop, but you can also find them on our website, immortalcollections.com. Right, and it is just like immortalcollections.com. You know, we bought the whole domain for it and everything, and got it.
Just speaking about those 1.0 heads, you know, you get those off of Legion Shop. I just want to thank Jeremy and Joe for giving us an opportunity on that show or on that platform. They are probably the coolest guys in my book, other than the Horsemen who actually let us do this stuff, which is great too. Now that head is Jeremy's head, but since Tristen, you know, sculpted it,
We wanted to
check the sizes and
showcase it.
stuff. So yeah, that's another one that's on Legion Shop, and yeah, it goes good on a Swamp Thing body. He made it originally for Bryophytus, but yeah,
It's canon.
yeah, stick him on Gerard. Yeah, I was, when I painted that one, it was sitting on my table for a while before I actually got to paint it, and
But he was itching to paint it. He wanted to paint that particular head so bad.
I really like the gnarly hair bits on it. After I painted it, I stuck it in my wife's flowers, and I said, "Honey, something's hiding here. Can you find out what it is?" And,
that particular head was actually a bit of a struggle for me. Just trying to get all the detail and like the texture with the wood and everything.
That's just crazy.
And with the reference that Jeremy had given me for like his initial vision for it, it was a lot of detail, that I had to try and put in there and make look good.
It looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is phenomenal. I mean, it is the top of his head is actual, it's wood. So I mean, he would go so good with Faunus. It wouldn't be funny. I mean, to put one of these heads on a Faunus body and then have it next to the Faunus figure. Wow. Now, did you sculpt other pieces to go along with this head?
No, so I only sculpted the head itself. I had like a couple different ideas of like, if he had asked me to like sculpt anything else, or like say like a torso or something, like I had a cool idea for like a torso, and I had like pitched a couple different things to him, but the stuff that he was working on for the Bryophytus custom, that it all came out really great, especially that back piece. I felt like that really tied in.
I like the feet. The hands are cool
with that particular piece.
Yeah, we have to go through and get the rest of those pieces.
Yeah, honestly.
That's cool. Now that head is on a last call at Legion Shop. I don't know if there's any left still. That was actually painted by me as well. Pete Timon painted that head for Legion Shop, and did a bang up job on it. I tried to copy his paint job when I put that guy together. But that torso on him, we haven't released that yet. So, I mean, like I told you guys, we got a lot of pieces here that we just have been sitting on. Because we've been focusing so much on the Oni stuff.
It was just so much.
It's looking awesome.
That torso actually articulates, too. I took the barbell joint out of a regular Goblin Legion builder. Yeah, it might be a little tight, but it does swivel and articulate.
Okay. Cool, man. Have we seen a goblin torso before? I think this is the first Goblin torso, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of other 3D companies do.
Well,
They have the mud thumbs from Emil and Wolf King.
I did model the frog torso that was on Legion's Legion shop. I did model that torso for it was initially for like the frog, right? But Jeremy had given me the idea to like maybe make like a second attachment piece that we could put the Hellfire Goblin's head on, you know. So
Ryan Gonzalez says, "Are the soft goods on your site for ogre scale?"
They're both.
yeah, we have both soft goods for Ogre Scale and 1.0.
Awesome. Yeah, that goblins.
Those shin pieces, I've had those shin pieces for a year. We finally slapped them on Legion Build. And actually, that was my first actual paint on the Goblin. My first actual paint to a Legion figure. I try not to paint the figures because we didn't have too many of them. But now that we've with the reinforcements, I'm getting more bodies to mess around with. So I felt okay with.
Yeah, painted. They look amazing. It looks like skin.
Yeah, and I tried to make him a little dirtier. I figured he'd be a dirty, little goblin.
Dude, he is fire, man.
He's a dirty little goblin. He's amazing.
He's a dirty goblin. Dude, that is sweet. Okay, he's got something else here now. All right. Look at the soft goods on this sucker.
Yeah. That one is made from the NECA Goliath figure. That body is his. We bought like 5 or 6 different Goliath or Thylaug figures that we could just make Oni customs out of.
Yeah, so this isn't Legions or whatnot, but so basically we have the same thing in a darker skin. So this is one I showed on Instagram, but same thing. These hand and arm pieces, actually, you guys don't want to do that, but they slide right on and off. So this is kind of how the cuffs work on the bigger ogre scale figures. And we're trying to get ready for the brute scale to have some stuff ready whenever they drop. So this is just kind of like a stand-in right now for the brute figures. The brute scale, which is the genie and the shaman.
Mr. Hagen says, "I need that one."
Yeah, the ogre shaman.
Yeah. The orc shaman. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to the brute scale figures. Honestly,
I like that size. But actually, I believe the heads that are on these figures are the same exact heads size that are on Legion Shop right now.
Yeah, they are.
So, but yeah, we talked about the family and what they contribute. My little girl, she was 6 at Legion's Con. She made all the beaded necklaces for these Oni characters.
Okay, yeah.
So, little child labor going on there. But yeah, my wife is doing that as well now.
That is awesome.
That's pretty neat.
Let me get another one.
This was on the Shadow one.
Oh, she did. She's done such a good job.
Good job.
Yeah, and it's weird because like usually I didn't think that much into like the paint matching and things like that, but we had a couple pieces that really seemed to work very well. So with all these colors, you're looking for complementary colors, you're looking for contrasting pieces that'll pop. Like, so I just feel like we might be getting a little bit better at matching the clothes to all that than I think we were at the beginning with our customs. So with everything you learn, my paint jobs have gotten a little bit better. Tristan, tell them about that.
Yeah, so that's actually another piece we're working on, and that can kind of be double use.
Yeah, double.
Yeah, double used as like a Legion's torso piece, and we wanted to put that particular like chest armor on the Ninja Turtles like movie figures that they just recently released.
Yeah, we've put a lot of these parts just messing around and seeing what they look like on Turtles, and they look pretty cool. But
now you got me intrigued.
yeah. So yeah, that's another one of those rubber pieces that really just are meant to go around. Actually, a bare torso, but it works on the armored torsos as well. As a second layer. Second layer for arrows to get through.
And that's still a bit of a work in progress, but we're hoping to have that out soon, very soon.
Yeah, it looks great, man. Wow, the sculpts, the paint jobs, wow, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, I matched that stuff with Anita's craft paint for the most part. It's like the cheapest paint you can get. So I have recipes for those things. I'll eventually get them all together and drop them. But yeah, I like the orange eyes on that guy. We did the orange eyes on this guy from Legion Shop. This is the Fujin head on a little Skeletor body. And that's, again, the same size head you get off the Legion Shop. It's useful from anything from the 5.5 range to the 7-inch figures.
Yeah.
So
these Oni heads are incredible because you can paint them in any color palette, and they're just phenomenal. You have so many different color palettes here, and every damn one looks phenomenal.
Yeah, we just matched the figures.
I think that's really just the beauty of doing these and why I enjoy doing it so much. It's just because they're so versatile. You can just put them on anything.
This is another one. Technically not a Legion's figure, but this was the Kotal Khan from the Mortal Kombat thing too. He had a teal, and I didn't paint anything in teal yet. So it's the same process basically. We just put the pants on it, put the these pieces will be available for Legions and also for the bare bodies. So
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Wait, what happened to his horn? Oh, his horn broke. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. See, they take fall damage.
Yeah.
So, but that wasn't the rubber horn. That was the
solid horn.
And he's got double broken horns.
Yeah, I don't think we've had really any breaks with the rubber.
With the rubber stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
This skeleton with these rubber, man, that's really awesome. Even he looks good on Sir Gerard.
Now the feet are phenomenal on this guy.
So, funny thing about the feet though is like when I first modeled that, I had modeled that for the mounted Oni or mountain Oni.
Yeah.
And he was having a really hard time like standing up, and I honestly didn't know if it was like his feet or if it was his shins. I'm inclined to believe that it was his shins that was having a hard time like supporting the weight, but no, honestly, it could have been a mix.
Well, those guys are standing pretty good now, right?
Yeah.
You guys had him standing, but whenever you have the resin parts, I've said this a couple times in a couple different places. Might be better to get a figure stand, and they were selling them in the reinforcement sale. Hopefully, you guys pick some of those up. But
there it is. Mike Scott. Didn't you order a crap ton of stands?
I do have a lot of stands, yeah. Here's an example of the feet unpainted.
Trying to look at.
Let's see if I can. Oh shoot!
Yeah, we make those out of the more solid resin because they're a bit sturdier and we're not as worried about them breaking. We really just want to make the rubber ones out of the more either like
delicate parts.
Delicate parts or parts that we intend to be more flexible.
Now, is Melina here? Is she a little more well endowed?
Actually, I don't think she is. I think she's got a push up. I think she's got a push up on.
They look a little perkier.
Yeah. Well, for that particular one, he wanted me to model a torso as well as like kind of I call it the panty piece.
So yeah, that's a separate piece here.
She's looking delicious.
So
Yeah.
So the torso is one of your guys' pieces, and
Correct.
The crotch.
Yeah,
so
the crotch area. So
goes over top.
yeah, it goes over top of the like basic Legion's like crotch
2.0,
piece.
2.0 crotch
2.0
piece.
crotch piece.
Okay, so
And-
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
It's still in
slides
there.
right over. Okay.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
goes right over.
And what I did, we're trying to figure out whether or not, like, this piece right here is open. So for that particular figure, I put a dab of super glue, and I glued it shut.
Yeah. But the intention with that one was, so with a lot of the female characters, like, their torsos are more armored, right? So my mom wanted to model like dresses for them, you know, like things that like alternative things that, you know, they could wear. So we made just a naked like bare torso for it, and
So she could wrap dresses around it without having all the armor pieces sticking out of the dress.
yeah, and the crotch piece is really to just like solidify the form a
Yeah.
bit better.
So the point of that torso was, one, so you didn't have the armor fully look there, but secondly was, yeah, she part of her thing for making the Oni pants was she says, well, I want to make dresses for the figures, and I said, okay, honey, we can make this figure like that, and you can kind of wrap a dress around it. So we're gonna see how that goes for the ladies. She says the girls would like to have them with pretty dresses too, right? I said, yeah. I think so. I said,
I think
we'll
so.
give it a shot.
Now we got some. Yes, let's say these. We got the. Now this is a rubber head here. I've seen this head. I actually might have gotten that head at Legion's Con. Is that your guys's?
Oh yeah, that's one of the goblin heads.
Okay.
We reprinted him out in the rubber,
To see how the nose would fare.
yeah.
Yes, I do believe.
And the ears, if you move the ears, they're a little more flimsy.
And he's another one of the pieces that is going to be soon leaving Legion shop, and we're probably going to just take the stuff that's exiting Legion shop and just put them on our website.
I like that one too. Yeah, these more softer rubber ones I'm liking them.
Yeah. They're a bit more expensive just because the resin is just a lot, costs a lot of money.
Yeah, we don't know how everybody's going to do it. I know some of the other, like Anthony at Noble Bear's got a couple loin pieces and rubber, and
Sabadom.
yeah, he's got some
He's
on
gotten
his shop.
some.
The thing is people want the heads, and I just don't know if the cost ratio for the rubber pieces are going to be that good. So we'll see how those work out. The other things we've tried, now that Tengu, that first guy that we showed there, we've been teasing these for a while. We actually had these at Legion's Con. These are actually fully made of that same rubbery like resin material. The issue we're having with these is they're heavy, and the pegs that go into the back are having trouble supporting them.
Yeah.
So we have to find a better way of sticking these either in the back adapter or making a custom back adapter that'll, again, plug into the back of the figures. I think what we might actually do is use one that has the two holes for the shoulder pauldrons and the slot in the back, kind of sandwich it in there. So when it sandwiches it in there, it'll hold it. But
I actually messaged, I think, Anthony at one time. Had a good idea because he came up with one of those translucent shields.
yeah.
Like clear looking translucent shields. And I said, boy, it'd be cool if you came up with some translucent looking wings to match the Dark Decimus body from Gothropolis.
Oh yeah.
Because that body's like that real dark, like translucent, like clear. I go,
right.
And they didn't come with wings for that figure. They got wings for all the other figures. I go, but really the only way to get those wings would be to make that. He said it would just cost a lot of money.
Yeah, the bird parts that we have, those wings and this head we had before, we thought about making the pieces available for the Egalis we got in an in-stock sale. So like that head can go on that Egalis, but the issue is as far as selling it, I don't know how many people have, you know, the Ravens and stuff like that. So we do have those pieces. If they do release him again and say like another All-Star or something like that. But we also looked to see if we could put this head on a 2.0 body or a 1.0 body with these wings and basically kind of make our own bird people, I guess. So.
Yeah, all these, boy, I even see these little frog guys in here. And
I'm just gonna start putting pieces up if you want to talk about them as I go. This one just jumped
Sounds
out
good.
at me.
Yeah, that was the Immortal Shield.
Yeah, we sold a bunch of those at Legion's Con. That's right when Scaphoid came out, and I did like 2 of them, and people were asking for them. So that was another thing. We were clearing those on Saturday before Legion's Con, and painting them up and clearing them right before we went to the con. So
Yeah, it's
that goes with Scaphoid pretty cool. That was one of my
it's a perfect
match. Yeah, those are great.
We actually did one in who's the other guy?
Yeah.
We did a couple different skeleton versions of them. So yeah, and that's the Raijin torso scaled down to 1.0 size. So that we have those, you know, in our promos and stuff like that. So that one's available on immortalcollections.com currently.
Wow. It's phenomenal, man. Wow.
I know, this little guy's cracking me up.
They are great.
Mhm.
I never thought I'd actually really like a goblin like this little guy.
Yeah. The goblins are some of my favorites that I did, honestly.
Yeah, so I mean, part of this thing is I'm trying to figure out how to like stay at home and sculpt goblins all day long, because I could do that. I actually have so the program we use is ZBrush. I have a goblin creator that I made. So basically, I sculpted like 50 different goblin heads, and I can like use a morph button, and I can combine one goblin head with another, and we can pretty much
you get a ton of different like crazy results.
knock out a bunch of different variations of goblins. But yeah,
it's very good with like gaining inspiration.
Now that's the version that's only compatible with Legion's characters. We scaled that up big for the ogre. We scaled that one down to 1.0, and again, the other pieces for Brute, we have that scale. So whenever they come out,
so this is the shin guards,
right?
The characters,
and this is I dropped one. This is the other version of the shins we have. I think we only have that one available on the website currently. Did we have this second version for the ogre scale available? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. So yeah, we have those available for all the sizes.
We should at least.
Here we have a 1.0 foot Oni foot, I believe.
Yeah, and those again, you just heat those up with the blow dryer, and they slide on the standard ankle peg.
Thanks so much.
So
That is awesome. God, I can't get in focus. There we go. Oh. But yeah, these feet are nice. Well, good job on those feet. Just make them explode. Wow.
you can really grimy up the toes with with a wash, and it'll really make them nasty.
Okay.
Now, people that don't know what a wash is that you adding water?
Well, actually, yeah. So they have different paints that actually say a wash. They're made out of some mystery chemical that I don't know. It's like some people make their own. They put like dish soap in it and different things. How I tend to do the washes is I take my craft store paint and I take airbrush reducer and I put a couple of drops of that in the craft store paint, and that'll thin it down. So the blue tint on that Rygen head, that red Rygen head, that is actually just watered down airbrush paint with airbrush reducer in it. But as far as the regular wash, yeah, you can buy those in craft stores. You can buy them in model making stores.
Gotcha.
But yeah. And the wash I use was it Army Painter? You always buy it. Is it Army Painter?
Yeah, it's Army Painter.
Is it dark? Strong Tone. Army Painter Strong Tone. That's my go-to wash. Pretty much every piece that I paint has that on it.
Yeah, there should be. You show the one frog?
Yes.
Oh.
What about the frogs here, guys?
So those frogs are just repaints that we wanted to do for Legion's Con of the regular frog torso that we did. We just wanted to have a couple different variations, see if people liked them, and I mean frogs come in all kinds of different colors, so
yeah, I was looking at all the different color frogs, and if those would have took off more, I would have painted a million different colors and shimmers on it and stuff like that. So I don't know where we're going to go with the frog stuff right now, but yeah, it's just you make a bunch of products and put the time into it.
You guys even have him kind of snarling here with his mouth open a little bit.
I honestly kind of imagine it as somewhat of a snicker, he's snickering.
Yeah, the thing we try to do with our heads is we try to put as much expression in them. Like you saw that long-nosed goblin we have on Legion Shop. A lot of times you have a stone-cold face for a lot of characters. We try to squint an eye or swallow the teeth.
And I think that's just in part of our background, as our former art students, just trying to
asymmetry. You gotta break it up.
Yeah, trying to put as much character into the characters as possible,
Yeah.
Make them unique and give them a bit of a personality.
Wow,
that's
some phenomenal stuff, man. This is great.
Thanks, guys.
The future for you guys is endless. I mean, I can't wait to see what you guys went into the Japanese and all that. If you guys go into a whole nother theme to see what we get.
We're going to space. Yeah, we're going to space.
Ideas. That would probably be
But it's funny that you mentioned that because we've tossed around the idea of I guess exploring different mythologies and whatnot, like Aztec ideas and whatnot.
Yeah, and along that line,
I think Iz would like that too.
Iz worked with I don't want to get the guy's name wrong. I think it was the demon guy. What was that? Whoever Iz did, he did an awesome job on that Quetzalcoatl Aztec guy. Yeah, man, that was great.
Israel
I
Ramirez.
think Anthony.
Israel Ramirez. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And yeah, I don't even think I had seen that piece when I wanted to do like the Aztec stuff.
Yeah, then that's the thing. It's like every time you want to do, you don't want to step on anybody's toes, and you don't want to repeat somebody. So it's always like you're looking where, and that's where the Oni thing. Nobody was doing it, so we're like, okay, that's safer right now. Let's just jump in that little zone right there. So
I just enjoy doing it so much. Honestly, I could probably just do like Onis forever.
Yeah, maybe you'll stay with the Japanese and I'll do the cosmic stuff. I have a lot of ideas for that too.
Oh,
so
I mean, I have a couple alien ideas I want to do. You know.
Somebody asked me, well, what if they did like a cowboy mythics? I go, what would it be called? Like Western Legions?
Western Legions, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I can see them. I think they can go down any road they want to.
Well, I mean, like one idea that I have already for like cosmic is like a space gunslinger. You know, like
yeah, exactly. Like what's that? Some I don't know. What the hell's that movie with Bruce Willis? Fifth Element, like some Fifth Element type of.
Oh yeah.
We like that one.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
Z's lights.
Get a little crazy cosmic into that, you know. With some stuff going on. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can we have the guests on the inside the comments there? Why did I mess that up so bad?
Would you just give us questions to ask the people?
Yeah, can we have them ask you guys questions now?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Of course. Absolutely.
Hey guys, this is your time, man. Shoot us with any questions you have for Tristen and Carlo.
Give us the questions.
But yeah,
man.
The sculpt on this troll head and the paint job is phenomenal. This is worth every penny.
The teeth. I love the teeth on this.
Wow.
Yeah, Jason Rodriguez.
Yeah. He said so much greatness, man. So much talent.
It is.
Wow. And you guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah. Well, here, Justin.
Okay, here we go.
Here, we got a question. When will you sell more goblin heads?
Ooh, good question.
So, probably when they leave Legion Shop, we'll start offering them on our website.
Well, and, we will have more goblin heads coming to Legion's shop for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have a bunch of goblins, and we're just kind of waiting for those to die down. So once those are retired, you'll see another couple.
Yeah.
So, and the same thing with the trolls. I have about 3 or 4 different troll heads started, but I don't. How many people have the trolls for one, and then what's the want for
Yeah.
6 different troll heads.
The trolls have been a little slow. So.
Well, I mean, we are possibly getting a new one, maybe. Hint, hint.
Yeah. And
one actually troll. Maybe I could see.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. We're ready. We're ready for Brontus if he comes. That's for sure.
Yeah, we are.
That would. Curtis Ackerman has a question here for you guys.
Curtis.
Do you have any other troll head sculpts in the works?
Well,
yes, we do.
So like Carlos said, he makes he just mixes and matches a ton of different things. So there are probably about a few dozen different troll heads that could be made. Yeah. And fleshed out, So
like a lot of guys work off of like a concept, like they draw it out first. Like when Jeremy gives us stuff, he has a basic concept. I'm kind of more of a free form. Like I'll do a sculpt, and then I'll save it at that point, but then I'll push it in a completely different direction, and then I'll save it at that point. So I have like 4 or 5 different sculpts then I'll throw some over to Tristen and say, hey, do something with this
Yeah,
skull.
just go crazy.
Or, however that goes. So yeah, I have about, loosely, more than 3, possibly 10 possible.
If there's a demand for it, we'll pump out as many as people want.
Damn right you will. Damn right you will. I'm telling you, these troll heads are fire. They're amazing. Jeremy Gerard, he's on. He says Legion Shop is excited to get them. Yes. So they're excited for your product.
We are too.
And I could have literally went down the street, but I thought when I ordered my head, but I thought, you know what, I'll just go through Legion Shop and be professional and go that route. I probably could have messed
Yeah.
up.
It's good. It's good for the business,
Exactly. And that's what I was doing. I got right on the 3 o'clock on Saturday, and I was getting my stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm actually going on to Legion Shop now, and getting older figures. Like I got the Archimedes, which that was our first one that we liked. Kairos was my first. His first was which goblin was it?
I think it was Thump. Thump was my first. Yeah.
So yeah, so
Van Johnson.
Legion Shop's great, man.
Van the man. Vanimal. I like that. I like to call him Vanimal. Vanimal asks, do you plan on making any appendages for the trolls?
So that's kind of it's kind of hard. We haven't really tried taking apart the trolls yet because we're a little nervous about it. But I've had some ideas.
We have 3 trolls right now. As soon as I get a 4th or a duplicate, I'll go ahead and rip that arm off. But until that point, I don't really want to rip the arm off the trolls.
That's not to say we don't have ideas though, because we have ideas.
Yeah. The other thing with those is I've also thought about making armor pieces for them. So we'll see. There might be, like in Lord of the Rings, they had them shackled up or they had them cuffed or something like that. So we might end up doing a little something like that.
Remember, sacrifices need to be made sometimes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
We got Ryan Gonzalez. Do you have any plans for traditional Japanese weapons for the Oni, or in just general?
Yeah, like I said, I'm a big fan of the Japanese aesthetic and the Japanese culture, and just everything that comes along with it. And I like to do a lot of research on how it all works and how everything works. I like to be very particular about it because it's just. I guess one thing about me and the work that I do is I like to take things that are based in reality and sort of twist it and I guess fantasize it a little bit. So with weapons, I'd like to get into more weapons. I definitely need to because I haven't done nearly enough weapons.
Like katana type swords and mythics.
Katanas? I don't believe we have a katana. No, we don't have a katana.
Yeah. No, you have like a scimitar.
Yeah, scimitars are close. Yeah, are like kind of close to katanas, but even just beyond that, there's katanas. There's spears.
Yeah, we really haven't gotten the weapon. I'm not against the weapons. Really, there's just it's hard because you see other people making weapons and things like that, and it's like, how much of that is going to be oversaturation or whatever. But well, eventually, like with the Oni characters, we're going to have a custom basically on our websites and on our website. And we will make all the parts for that. So I'm not going to, say that we won't do the weapons.
Well, I think that's like now that you mentioned like doing like the full customs, that's something that we want to do a little bit more of. Like I said, earlier, we bought like 4 or 5 different Goliath figures that we plan on just like turning into full customs and offering on our website for people who just want to buy full customs.
Yeah, that's cool.
Troll nunchuck sounds cool. I can do some troll nunchuck.
At Legion's Con, people probably wanted to buy your stuff, I assume.
Oh yeah, I mean one person did. One person did buy it. He was like going like insane over it. He wanted it that badly. So
Yeah,
We got requests.
Ooh, what do we got here?
Troll nunchucks.
Yeah, we'll get right on that. Yeah.
We got Oni oars, boat oars by Van Johnson.
Okay.
Request.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. I have another question, and then this is going to be one from me. What cons are you guys planning on going to? Would you guys be going to PowerCon? I mean, as fans or getting a booth? Would you guys have any what cons can people catch you guys at this year?
So, as of right now, I mean, we're still only like really like thinking. Well, we're really only scheduled for Legion's Con.
Yeah.
Right now,
I plan on getting to one of the cons coming up here in March, whether it's Zolo or New Jersey.
yeah,
We're just going as fans, though. Actually, I'm just going to pick up some Legions figures.
yeah, honestly,
But we figure we'll find them there.
Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I normally ask people this question when we'll ask you. What is, and both of you can answer because I'm sure your selection might be different, possibly. Out of all the figures, what is your favorite Mythic Legions figure? What is number one in each one of your books? What is like, I have to have this figure today, or I love this figure, or maybe you already have this figure. What is your number one figure?
so it's really tough. It is really hard because they're all pretty awesome. I mean, just about like everything out of like Arethyr was like top notch. And like that was like some of our like we went to New Jersey like ToyCon last year just as like fans, and we got like a ton of the Arethyr stuff. And I think if I had to say my favorite, at least out of that, was the Hellfire Goblin.
Okay.
I absolutely loved it,
There's a lot of options with that. You can do a lot of different things with just what it comes with.
Yeah.
Right. I like the Ogre scale figures.
Okay.
I like the big chunky. I like as a Hazar that's going to be coming out. Obviously, I got Archimedes. Like me and him both flipped out over that guy. Like right at the beginning. Like this is awesome.
I mean that one was just like.
But then Arakagor, he's pretty awesome too. We got to see him in person, right? So
Yes.
that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
So I like how it shimmers, the paint on that, and I like the green on Azahazar on the hooves.
Yeah, I really can't wait to get our hands on the Poxus wave. It's just
Poxus is great too, and those are coming out. So currently out, my first one that brought me in was Kalros. I seen him on the different channels before I knew what Mythic Legions were, and I said that thing is cool. What is that?
And was like, man, I got to do this.
Yeah, I gotta get in. And then I see Purple, which I haven't got yet either, and I'm like, oh, okay, But I like Kalros a lot.
Line up with Purple, damn you.
But yeah, like Archimedes, I think.
It's a great figure.
That one I think is particularly special to me because it's the first one that I saw, and it was the one that I saw that I was like, wow, this is really cool. You know, this is something like before I even knew that there was like a custom community for it. Like,
He was.
you know, I thought it was like you know, I want to get that. You know, I want to get into that. You know, because it's just awesome.
And again, there's ones that I haven't had hands on, you know, that I might like Zazar. I passed on him at New Jersey Toy Con. I passed on him a couple different times and in stock sales and stuff like that. And then Jeremy sent me the head so I could match the head paint. And now I'm like, ooh, I want that. Like the purple shimmer on his horns and the under painting on that thing.
You know,
Nuts.
I think that's one thing that is it's hard when you are trying to decide what you want to buy, like on first release, because seeing pictures of the figures, it really is not the same as seeing them in person.
No, not at
Because seeing a picture of it, you think, oh, you know, that one's okay. Like that one's not. I don't know if I'm super interested in that one. But like, wait, when you think like, okay, I guess I'll get it, you know, and then you get it in your hand, and you're like, I'm glad I bought this because this is awesome, you know.
Another really cool one that I like is a Morgulith with a skeleton with the big head deal.
As the alien type, Queen Alien.
Yeah, man, that thing looks cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's another one of my favorite ones.
Let me ask you guys this: what is your Curtis Ackerman is asking, what is your top wish for All Stars 5? What is the top figure you'd like to fall in All Stars 5?
Honestly, I really want to get Hagnon. The
Yes, Hagnon.
Hey, I'm gonna say Ilgar.
Those are great. Which one? Ilgar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I know you guys like that. His bones are dirty, right? They're real dirty.
Yeah, he's back here. Yeah, he's very unique. He almost looks like he's copper that's been tarnished.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ilgar.
Yeah,
You know,
probably should have made it last year, like Michael Xavier said. He was right there. He was so close.
I kind of want Romulus too.
Oh God, man, you are the man.
He could be revealed tomorrow, right?
Hopefully.
I think we're gonna get Clay. I think Flavian. I think Romulus will both be revealed.
I hope so.
I think you'll see quite a few 1.0 and 1.5 figures that haven't been out. I hope. I guess that's my hopes, but I really feel that's coming.
honestly, I'd like to see an ogre or another troll, you know, like Brontis, you know, just like see him.
I think he'll be.
Yeah. Oh, I think Brontis is a sure.
Yeah.
I think he's there for sure.
Because I think you really don't see very many of him, you know.
Honestly,
I feel like.
I feel we're going to get Brontis. We'll get Beastman and Fisto as tribute figures. I believe we will get the Justin Johnston dwarf tribute figure. Is my guess. That might be a special thing the Horsemen do.
Right.
And then
That'd be nice.
4 figures that we vote on for our list of 20.
Van Johnson, please give us the Richard Simmons in a head pack.
But who knows what the Horsemen will do? They are full of surprises, and everyone is very welcome.
I think you're right on a lot of that stuff there. I think that those are all very well good possibilities.
Guys,
Good contenders.
can we ask you to stay on a little bit longer and review the Grail figure Pixis with us?
Absolutely.
We
Absolutely.
would love to know your reaction to this figure, what you guys think of it.
It's Pixis. This is Michael's choice. He picked the Pixis man faction. He's Sons of the Red Star. Race is a skeleton. Look at him. He's a goddamn skeleton. His role as a soldier. He was released in Mythic Legions 1.5 and All Stars 2. His
Yeah, that's a real nice figure.
bound shield with clip, spear, and long sword. Yes, he has the Spartan-style helmet and skull with the hinged jaw. The Mercurian army was at one time arguably the most effective fighting force in all of Mythos. Pixis was among the upper echelon of those great warriors, fighting side by side with his legionary brother in arms, Vitus. In the final battle fought by the doomed Mercurian army, Pixis gave his life in a heroic effort to save an injured Vitus. Once resurrected by the same necromanian sorcery that drained his life, he is now consumed with hatred for all that has lived. His resignment toward the very power that tore him away from death led his rejection of the Congregation of Necronomicus. Pixis has finally found his home with the Sons of the Red Star, where he can spread his hatred freely while lining his coffers with gold. Pixis was actually named as a tribute to Pixel Dan Ardley, a reviewer, reporter, and all-around toy enthusiast. Thank you, Pixel Dan. We appreciate you.
Beautiful figure. Yes.
That was one of my first skeletons. He was cool. I dig
Yeah.
him.
Hell yeah.
I think he probably talked me into it. So,
Well, okay, let's ask Tristan. What's your take on Pixis?
So, the one thing I think I would say about Pixis is, like, I did a little bit of reading on his, like, backstory and all that.
really cool.
And, like, initially, like, you know, I don't know if he is like a figure that I would have shelled out for initially, right? But it's when you hear a backstory like that that it pulls you in, you know, and that was something that I actually wanted to say is like I think one thing that Mythic Legions does that is so cool is they do give their characters like those in-depth backstories like that.
Yeah.
And I never really thought about, you know, how much influence that could have in someone purchasing a figure
Oh yeah.
before, you know. It just hearing how, you know, like cool their backstory is and just saying, all right, I have to have that.
And a lot of people,
Yeah.
Mike has done it, has created the flesh of Pixis.
Yeah, I seen that. That's cool.
And I have an extra Pixis that I might do one day.
I'm trying to talk him into
I
it
know.
because it is fire.
It is. And basically, like you said, you just used a Vitus,
Yeah,
you could use body or a barbarian body parts.
Right.
On that.
But that's a good kit bash to do if you were honoring him or you were into that, then that would be cool.
What about you, Carlo?
So, Pixel Dan was like the guy that brought me back into toys. Like I started watching his stuff
Dude,
for years.
Hell yeah.
I like right around the Masters of the Universe stuff I was watching. Then the thing, I didn't know how to get any of these things. I didn't realize there were websites on the internet or Club Grayskull or any of that stuff. Like I would see them here and there when it was at like the record exchange or something like that, the He-Man stuff. But yeah, I started watching Pixel Dan, and you know, they found out that was named after him. I thought that was really cool. I like the Mercurian aesthetic. That's one that, you know, like we go into the Japanese stuff. That's one that I like also. I like the Roman, you know, the Colosseum wave.
Yeah.
Like I like a lot of those things as well. And as far as him being a skeleton, I wasn't crazy about skeletons again until I got one in hand.
Yeah.
And the first in stock sale of last year, right? 2021.
Yeah, probably.
Right. I accidentally ordered two Malleus's. It was stuck in my cart, so then I got two. So I'm like, okay, let's pull this second one apart and see what we can do with it. And yeah, man, skeletons are cool.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he's cool all around.
Nice. What about you, Brad?
Like I said, he was one of my first skeletons I think I got. Definitely digged them, and then like Tristan said, I don't know if I've actually read everyone's bio. I may have read everyone's bio at once when I get the package, or but some stick to you more than others. And his was one that stuck to me, just like Atlas. I don't know why I digged Atlas's bio so well, but I did. So, but Pixis is cool. Yeah, no, I definitely dig him.
I think,
and I don't like blue either. I'm not a big blue guy, but he is amazing blue. The blue is really cool. I'm liking the blue.
I'm a big skeleton and Mercurian fan. Both give me skeletons and Mercurians, and here they match one together. So I'm like,
This is like your perfect figure.
oh my god! And I mean the lore. I'm huge on the lore. I like to write, and his story is just so intertwined with Vetus's. And then Necronominus, and it's just, I mean, how can I not like him? The colors on the Mercurians, the sculpts on the Mercurians, I believe are second to none. They're absolutely gorgeous. So.
I'd like to see if they whenever they like release the Necronominus like wave for like the Last Horseman, like if he has some kind of like rival or something, like something to like tie in his story with that wave a bit more.
Well, I'm going to throw something out here. If we have any of the horsemen listening, Cornboy, Eric, Jim, we need more Mercurians. How about a female Mercurian? That would be cool. Maybe like fluorescent armor or something like that. We need a white Mercurian with the gold or black highlights.
Fury Clan.
Cool.
Fury Clan.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Let's see.
Red.
Oh,
We could do that.
Yeah, we could.
Hey guys, thank you so much for being on with us, man. We have had an absolute blast with you too. And
thanks for having us.
You guys live so close. We need to get the group of us who live close in this area, because we're meeting more and more people every day, and just go out to dinner, man. And just
that'd be cool.
About Legions.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get
absolutely.
I keep on saying this.
Well,
but I'm gonna get something together.
You're painting now, so come on over and I'll show you all my tricks.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm painting now, but I'm not very good. It's going to take a lot of practice.
I seen your axe. It was okay in my book.
He's working on it.
I do have I have a couple plugs I want to throw out here. I saw a new show this week, guys, on YouTube, and Trevor Williams was on the show. It is Figgy Smalls, and his show is every Saturday night, and it's called Saturday Night, spelled like an armored knight, live.
Okay.
Great show. They're up in Canada, and these guys are really enthusiastic about the Legion's line. So if you guys aren't doing anything on a Saturday night, go over to YouTube, go to Figgy Smalls, and catch the show, man. Really good stuff. And once again, if you guys are new to Legions, or you've been in Legions, if you're new, you can get new information. If you're an old timer, it's entertainment, man. You want to catch Mythic Conversations every Wednesday night at 7:30 on YouTube. Mythic Customs channel. That's Jeremy Gerard. He won't be broadcasting tomorrow. He won't have a show tomorrow because he's getting ready for ZoloCon. Oh, yeah. But he will be with us next week. Also, Legion's Lounge with Trevor Williams, Nate Strong, and Bill Jarowski.
They all have the Legion's Lounge, and it's every Monday night at 9:30. Not every Monday night, every other Monday night. So it's bi-weekly. You want to catch those shows. If you're going to catch some shows, catch all those shows.
Did you say Jeremy was coming on there?
Well, our guest next week.
Is that what you said?
Did I say he was going to be our guest next week?
I think you did.
Well, we're going to announce that right here. We have a guest next week, and we are going to welcome into the Legion's Lair Mr. Sir Gerard himself, Jeremy Gerard.
All right.
And once again, if you guys didn't hear the new or the beginning of the show, Jeremy now is the Director of Sales and Marketing for Four Horsemen Studios. But we're going to do a different spin on this. Jeremy's coming on the show as a fan. We want to know everything about Jeremy as a fan, not necessarily with Four Horsemen Studios.
I just want to ask him the questions, and I want to see his collection too. So
yeah, and we'll be able to see the famous collection that's always behind him
that we
on Mythic Conversations. Yeah. So we are excited about 2 weeks from now too, man. And he can give us a kind of maybe the lowdown on ZoloCon, how that went. But I'm sure he's going to do that on his show too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's what figure are we gonna review? What Grail figure?
What Grail figure?
We're gonna review Sir Gerard because technically he might be a Grail figure now because he's sold out, and Chris Garwich has said since he's a tribute figure, we will never see Sir Gerard again.
Well, technically this one's cool because this is actually the one I got out of the box that he signed.
He signed, yeah.
So the box is put away, but he actually signed this one.
You guys will be in for a treat because if you've never met Jeremy Gerard, he was an absolute good guy. And I can't sing his praises enough. He was amazing out there for Mythic Weekend. And you guys know, you guys to meet him too. So
super awesome guy.
So once again, guys, thank you so much, man. We love this.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
We want to get to know everybody better. And everybody we meet are amazing people. And you guys are on top of that list. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
You guys are cool. All right.
You guys be safe and have a good
All
one.
right.
Everybody
See you around.
Be safe.
Be safe. God's
Bye.
We'll talk to you later.